seeing what we're going to get, I guess. Music back on, hopefully. Been a while, has been. How are you, mate? Just gonna smash out some work. Hey, Jacob, how are you, mate? Yeah, it's chipping away at it. I'll get rid of this big pile here and continue on. Here's some Indian soup food for supper. Yeah, sweet as. Yeah, I'm just gonna be here just working away. So if anybody has some tasks they want to get done or whatever, you can go around, whatever. Oh, mate. Draw your own value from it. Just putting it all away again. Hang those off the roof. Good. hang those ones up on the roof shortly. There's some up there. What else we got going on? It's a bit hard to get at you at the moment. I'll get over your way soon, guys. There's some stuff between me and... Anyway. There's all sort of stuff that got dragged out, all the random whatever, so we're just going to grab some space. I'll come check the chat, eh? It looks like we're going flat out over here. G'day James. Good James. Oh, you guys can feel free to fill in information if I'm busy. Hey Ricardo, how are you, mate? Yeah, just working away. Working away in the shed. Just trying to get everything a bit more cleared up. You can see this crap everywhere from building the floor and all that, so I'm just getting everything set up. There's too much stuff. Some people still call me Venom. Venom, Mark, whatever you prefer, mate. A lot of people still just call me Venom forever. How are the dogs? Yeah, dog's doing alright, mate. Yeah. Yeah, just trying to smash some of this out so I won't be talking too much. Yeah, to see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's the idea, man. I'm just streaming what I'm doing. I really don't want to be down here right now. I've been feeling pretty depressed, honestly, the last couple of days. Pretty just down and stuff because of the overwhelm of all of this, from moving everything and tearing out all the shelving and building a floor, and it taking a lot longer than I anticipated, but it's alright. Keep going. I just thought I'd turn up. You're doing alright, Nick. Bit chilly out, we gotta do it. Who else will? Exactly it, Ryan. Exactly it, man. That's the mindset right there. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just chipping away at it. Like, I'm all good, as I say, like, this is always how, and this is what I try to teach on the channel, is like, I'm always battling something. We're always all battling something. I think there's, you know, people are like, oh, you know, you just cure depression and you cure it. No, it takes work, right? And it takes time, and I know this will be really good in here, as long as I just keep doing things right. It's stuff like this old wing here. I was just going to throw it straight in the bin. But there's like, I want brackets off it. And it's like, well, then it sits around for 3 years before I pull the brackets off it. Like, do I stop in the middle of cleaning and just pull the brackets off? So I'm kind of making a pile of stuff that I need to like process. So I need to set aside like doors and stuff that I need to strip apart. That's a problem for later me. Bit of the winter doldrums. Yeah, I just struggling to balance life, and then streaming, and then just everything, just all of it. You know how it is. Your brain tortures you, but it's all right. Like, as I say, I just override it. That's what the skills I've learned are for, you know. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing any of this, right? I don't. This isn't motivation. This is discipline. I don't feel like doing any of this, but the difference between people who succeed and fail is. Do you live by how you feel or not? No. A successful person still has the same feelings. They still doubt themselves. They still da-da-da-da-da. But they action anyway, right? That's all it is. So it's really, it sounds stupid, but it's simple. We're just moving forward a little each day. So I'm just going to crack on with it, guys. So feel free, you know, chat amongst yourselves, or you know, do some work, you're in, clean up your room or something, I don't know. You decide the value for yourself, guys. I'm just here, alright? I'm just here, alright? Still making quite a mess up the back. Bit of a mess up the back, but it's alright. At least things are all together. So we're doing good. We're doing good. this stuff. I'm at the point of kind of running out of places to put stuff. So we need a lot more shelves in. We need to finish up the back corner. There's like 50 parts bins that can move to that back corner and free up all of this for workshop space, but that's what it is, man. See, I wasn't stressing until I got on live doing this. Usually I just potter around in here with my music. Now I'm all blumming. I'm just going to work, guys. It's easy. More classic mini, right? Yeah, I got that. A lot of outposts. Definitely do need to do some more. I apologise about the lighting, guys. It seems pretty crap. Let's try from over here a bit more. Probably better. Where should we go? Out there? Yeah, finding places to put it all now. Yeah, you going alright, mate? Oh, I appreciate that, Ricardo. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's just this is how it goes, right? I have my good days, I have my bad days, and that's what the channel's about. It's about turning up. Like, I just feel like I've been failing myself a bit lately. Like, the garage should be. I should spend, like, I might spend 2 or 3 hours a day down here, right? I need to be spending, 10 hours a day right down here. Is more the standard I set for myself. So I'm just annoyed at myself for not making the progress I feel I should be. You know how it is. I appreciate the dono there, bro. Yeah, but yeah, going alright, just chipping away. I'll be a lot better when the garage is back to not this, right? The amount of mess that got created to build the floor has just been horrific. Just like all these, I've got to sort storage for all this, so I'll just keep going. There's just all these tins of oil and things that all. There's no shelves for it. There was shelves there that all this was on, but they're not there anymore. Oh yeah, I'm just solving it as I go. There's a lot of mess still up the back. There's a lot of piles and stuff, and it's just I need to finish this side properly. But I'll do what I can in the meantime. Do what I can. One foot in front of the other, right? Like all of these aircon radiators, all they're doing is moving into another pile for now, which is a bit annoying, but let's get some shelves set up for all this stuff. Kind of a notorious perfectionist historically, right? Unless it's perfect, I wouldn't bother. And now I kind of have to stomach it as I go and just work through it regardless. But get stuff done, right, over time, day by day. It's the theme of Full House, wasn't it? And bit by bit, day by day, we'll make it better the second time around. So I don't know. I'm just an autopilot. One thing that keeps me going is like carrying with me the feeling of what it'll be like to have this organised and be back to working on cars, right? I'm not enjoying this work as such, but I'm carrying through with like that feeling of, okay, well, when the more of this I get done, the closer we get to just getting back to what I actually want to be doing, So nobody else can come do any of this for me. Like even like my best friends through cars and stuff, like into the same model cars, would look at this and be like, well, I don't know what you want to keep and what you want to do with it, right? You can identify all the parts and still not know what I want, right? So the bottom line is the only person who's going to fix these situations for myself is myself. And I figured I'll just put it in front of the wheel, who cares? Hopefully that helps somebody. Old me never would have streamed anything like this, so I used to be embarrassed about all this kind of stuff and wouldn't let people in my garage and shit because of how it was. Who cares? Why is it so blimmin' dark on the screen? What's going on there, guys? We try the other camera, hang on. Is that better? Oh, that'll work better. I'm trying to claim my workbench back now. Been cleaning my tool room, it was a little mess too. Yeah. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, Diane, the thing is like, I know, the biggest thing for me is I know what I've done in the past, I know what I've pushed through, I know what I've overcome. Like, I know in the past, a space like this, and all this chaos, I can grind for 2 straight days, and I got it sorted at my old workshop. And I always measure myself against my old prime, and this is, yeah. I'm not there. These loads stuff. I have waves of it where I feel like my old self, but anyway. Very bright there, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Dana. You're right. May have a slight problem with collecting cars. It's a small one. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was raised by a hoarder, right? I was raised by hoarder mentality, so I did have a really good clear out at one point in life. I really did a really good job of getting it all down to very minimal, and then I went, oh, I'm going to do cars and build some cars, and friends wanted parts, and it all just, I don't know, man. It was real good for a while, and then it all just, I stopped putting the attention at it, the maintenance at it, and it all just, alcohol is a bitch. Glad I got rid of that shit. Everything I spent years building went away in 2 months. Going to the pub, drinking, rather than putting the effort where I needed to at the time, you know. Now I pay the price. That's alright. The thing is like I've never given up anything in my life apart from really alcohol, but like I don't give up at something, right? I'll just keep bashing my head on that damn wall till I get what I want. It especially helps if people are telling me I can't. Oh, you'll never do that. You go, oh yeah? Watch me, boy. bits of carpet stuck in everything. Obviously a fair bit of cleaning needs to happen before I can, a lot of stuff's going to get stacked and sort of more organised, then we'll have to make shelves and blah, 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 put some shelves all in there and stuff. That's the process. It is. Hey, g'day, Lightwood. Yeah, for sure, Gabrielle. Yeah, I gave up a lot when I was coming here to building this. I give up. You wouldn't believe the amount of stuff I had. It was 4 times this, 4 times over. So we're already like 80% there. My big issue right now is this place to put this stuff. I've got piles of. It's the plastic bins, especially, that aren't organised yet. You know, they're not really stackable. I mean, I can stack them. That's the stuff I really need to stop and go through later on. Where did I put the rest of these? A lot of it at the moment is just shuffling stuff around and filing stuff so I know what I'm actually dealing with. But yeah, all these plastic bins that can't stack on top of each other with random crap in them is not helping my cause. Favourite Australian? Oh, I'm from New Zealand, but near enough. You can think of Australian if you like. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Cody. Yeah, as you can hear, it's not the nicest weather here today either. That's for sure. Horrible weather. Weather for penguins. Was it hanging over there? My janky tripod setup's failing me. Oh. As I say, horrible camera angles. I'm setting the tone at the moment. Can't really do much for you guys, to be honest, as far as camera angles and that. As I say, I just trying to get the work done today, guys, so feel free to chat among yourselves. We'll do a chat stream later tonight or something. At the moment, I just need to, I need to do work, not host a YouTube show. So I'm here, alright, but you feel me? You feel me? Right, good, good. Where can we cover all this? Yummy. That's what happens when the valve drops onto your piston. Oh, good. Well, I didn't build that engine. That doesn't happen when I build engines. Just like to point that out. When I build them, they don't break. Need to get these up on the wall as well, not on these shelves at some point. At the moment they've all been going on electrical ground. Come on. So I built a bunch of shelves in there the other day. As you can see, I've just put all the part spins on that, but they are meant to be on like a rail on the wall. Well, this side's not looking too bad. Doing alright, check. Appreciate that, Gabriel. We'll pin that one up, then people know what it's about, right? Appreciate it, mate. Safe to say I can't do YouTube entertainment like bouncing the ping pong balls down the stairs or something. these need to be cleared out, so I'm not putting everything away right now, obviously, right? There's a lot of stuff I need to not just shove away in the corner as it is. I'm essentially clearing out all the side spaces and piling everything in the middle. I need to still deal with like all these. You have to go through all of them, so I'm just going to lay them in the middle, work through them box by box. But you know, having the sides clear, shelving done, bikes laid out, having this set up, I don't give a crap what's in the middle. That's where the car goes. The car's the last thing to come in, so. The mistake I made in the past is trying to get the car in too soon. Like, I've got to work on the car, but then you can't operate things right. It'll be good. Just getting a bit frustrated because I want to get that car in. I want to get four more cars scrapped. I'm trying to just smash it out, but it's difficult. Everything going on. There. I got a lot of this. 90% of the stuff will just go when I go through them, so it'll free up the parts bins and whatever. That's a spare, that box and that one there, they're just spare bolts. It's all it's in is bolts. Stands there. The hose cranks in the hose crank bucket. All about building systems. It's everything here. We don't follow the level of our habits, we follow the level of our systems. That's what this is about. Is when I need a hose clamp, all the hose clamps should be in the same damn place, not in 20 different containers. This would be helpful. Very, very helpful. Function as an adult. Sounds like a good plan. As you can see, we haven't got all the floorboards in yet either. We'll cut up a whole heap of them and make it work, but that's alright. As I say, it's still it's weeks and weeks of sifting through parts and organising and redoing. And so I have the toolbox. Toolbox there is going to have to go over there. So again, it's just all these bins of stuff to sort through. Don't look at that. Don't. That's not there, right? Nobody look at that. It's my cone of shame. The cone of shame. There's a race bike. See, I'm delusional enough that I think I might go race that at Christmas, when this is its current situation. There's the race bike. Buried in sadness. There's its fairings. Yeah, it might be a little bit of work to get that race ready. Yeah, you're right. Do it. I'll go to a bit more effort than that. for my baby. I appreciate you all joining me. I know it's pretty boring streams. We're down to 3 now. It's alright. It's alright. I had to remember with streaming and stuff, I'm just doing my thing. Just enjoying it. Just for the love of it, mate. Where has the bone gone? Who took it? I think I need to get those shelves back up though. Oh man. It's only through doing all of this that I'll figure out how I want it to be. So all these parts don't need sifting through. So let's lay them in the middle. Get them done. Get them all sifting out so I can just go through them all. Nice weather we're having, as you can tell. Nice weather as always. Alright, hang on. What are you doing here? Somewhere there, I guess. Yeah. Right, so I'm just going to keep laying these bins out. Oh, side door's opened itself. Alright. I'm just making endless piles of stuff, but it's alright. We'll get there. Enough persistence. Anybody feel like a coffee break soon? Must be due one soon, eh? Good to see you guys having a good chat. Really want this floor finished, man. I know why that bit of iron's flapping. When we jacked up the building, I unscrewed it. Because it wasn't pulling on it. Oh, we might need a couple of screws out there. Alright. This motor I might leave pretty much where it is, because I'll strip it down. It's no good, nothing inside it's good, so I'll just take some stuff off the outside and you can throw it straight on the truck to scrap. That'll be the go. As always, guys, I feel these streams are boring, except people want me to do them, so I'm like, okay. It's a lot more interesting when I'm putting in engines and stuff, but this is the boring other work, right? It isn't always, sunshine and lollipops. Just cleaning up, throwing it out. Growth. It's a bitch. Get the rest of this timber down on the floor, get all the stuff cleared out, sorted through, get the rest of the timber on the floor, get some more shelves in, and then we're looking pretty good. We're getting there. Let's run over here again. It's not a bad little setup there of shelves and stuff. It's just all these blue bins are going to go on a wall somewhere. I've got tracks that you mount them on a wall, so it's taken up there, most of there, and all of that. So we'll set something up for that, right? See, this is more what the garage stream should look like in future. When everything's set up, is we should have a visual like that without all the junk there. We should have a nice little vibe going on, Oh, isn't that nice? And we can have the illusion that the garage is done. Ta-da! I've made it, chat. Oh. I'm getting old, you know that? You know that? I'm getting old. Right, now we've got to figure out this rest of this mess. I see order in the chaos here. Oh, it wasn't like this until I tore up the floor. Then literally everything in the whole garage was moving. That's why I'm still here like, It's not that it was all piled in mess, it's all been moved to build the floor. So all this stuff was on shelves, all these bins, everything was on those brown shelves over on that wall. And without those set up and stuff, yeah. I need to repaint those who are going rusty, so I've got to buy some decent paint for them. Order in the chaos, you reckon? I like your positivity, Diana. It is much appreciated, mate. It is much appreciated, your positivity there, Diana. Right. You think that didn't matter one bit to needs. Oh, who would need one of those? He's got so many car parts. But that's off the red car. It's the only one I have for the two-seater red car. If I lose that, I cannot put that car together, and nobody will have that mark. This is why these things matter, because this is why I have to go through it all, because I couldn't get help even if I wanted to, because only I know what it all is. So, yeah. Good, force me way through, we'll get it sorted. I wonder if that still works. It does. I hope we're doing it the right way up. Yeah, it's a little camping pocket. Okay. Keep on the truck. Hey, I can actually walk around in here now. Holy crap. I'm very blessed. At least I can walk around in here a bit. Last couple of days, that's why I've been streaming. It's been real tough just logging through some of this crap. Years worth of content and rearranging the shed. No, give us a couple of weeks, mate. Give us a couple of weeks on that one. We'll be back to working on cars and shit. Nah, it all got moved to build the floor, man. So I built this garage with like a very temporary floor up here and stuff. And everything's in here, and then I've had to tear it all up. I built the garage as well, so yeah, I've just built the floor, and now we've got all these, what's the deal? That's alright, mate. Day at a time, mate. Any problem can be solved with enough repetition, but yeah, I hope not a couple of years. See, we look at all this bullshit, messy. We look at all this, messy, right? Oh, that's messy, right? But look, if we ignore all of that, look, there you go. Very nice. Look, there's something civilized in here. But yeah, we built a floor all the way up the back of there, everything, so there's still floorboards there. They need to go down, and there's a million things to do. Yep. There's 14, yeah, there's the 14. Oh, the Ninja. Oh, the Kawasaki Ninja. Oh, the big boy, Hayabusa Killer. What beautiful bikes. G'day, VTK. Yeah, just chipping away, man. We sort of got, I prioritised the bike area, right? So we've got the bike part of the garage looking nice. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Like, nice. Look at my pristine garage, guys. Look, we've done it, chat. We've done it. There's no mess anywhere at all. There's no mess here. No, look. I'll just do the YouTube faking it. Hey, guys, we built the dream garage. Look, everything's set up, organised. Look, this is what I do for Instagram, right? Like, got my dream garage set up, guys. Look, everything's perfect. Couple more tweaks. Ah! Oh, dear Lord. That's all right. Once I get this corner cleared up, we'll get the toolbox over. You see the toolbox there? That one. Okay, from home. Right, I'm good? Understanding? I'm good? Looks great in here, nice progress. Yeah, it looks great if you only look at one corner. Exactly. It's a top tier strategy, guys. I might need to get rid of all this blinding blooming light. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, I tried. Yeah. If I quit bloody yapping all day and we do some work, we'll tidy it up, eh? So all these big bins like this I'm dragging over here, and I'm just going to sort through them this week. But if it stays like this, I just have to try and stack them all. You lose half the floor to bins you can't stack. Alright, don't do that. I don't want to empty you out just yet. Alright. Strip all the stuff off this old engine too. It's got like a power steering pump, and there's power steering pump on it. Alternator, all that. What's internally in that motor is throw it away. But we'll strip some stuff off the outside of that rather than we won't just throw it away. Spare doors. Spare doors are a pain to store. Spare doors are the worst thing to try and store when you're trying to keep the paint good. Well, yeah, again, man. But yes, we can finish building the floor with this whole thing going on. I might get some different floorboards actually. See how we get on. Yeah, exactly, Ham. Yeah. No, I haven't. Honestly, bro, I haven't bought any of these cars. All the stuff here is years and years of stuff, man. I've gotten out of it. Like, I'm getting out of it now. That's the thing. Is I'm cutting back to just work on my own cars, and literally just having a few cars, a few bikes for myself, for my life, tinker in my shed and whatever, man. It's I'm done with the whole. Like, I used to run a workshop, right? So that's why, like, you got a million different bottles of oil, leftover oil. Like, I had a workshop, right? So, no, moved to the country. I escaped it all. I'm the human representation of what parents say happened to a dog. You know, we sent him to a nice farm up north. I'm that dog. I got that dog in me. Chat. Let it be known. I'm such a dick. I love it. What's life without a little humour? Right. Stop blowing holes in my ship. Damn wind, it's after me. I don't need that today, but it's a good little belt there. I like that one. Yeah. '09 Corolla hatch or a '93 Suzuki RM125. Let us know, mate. I'll take them off your hands. I'm sure the missus will believe it when she says, hey now. You gotta believe, bro. You gotta believe. You gotta believe that things are possible to change. Because if I don't believe this can change, it'll stay like this forever, right? You have to believe, mate. Even if the whole world doubts you, you have to believe, mate. This is the message of the channel, my friend. I promise you that. 22. Right. Where can we put all the recognizers? Let's find you a nice place, mate. I'm running out of room for activities back here. I need bunk beds or something. Locked in on my winter arc, chat. It's the whole, like, self-improvement motivation on my winter arc, chat. Room for activity, sounds like room for a new project, mate. Got 20 of them already. We're stripping out a few cars for parts soon. Just to get the car bodies going, I got other plans. We got an Andy. The box is falling apart. Yep. Great. That's what I always wanted. I've developed a hatred for cardboard boxes for storing things because they always fall apart. You pick them up, they rip like car parts and cardboard boxes. Not a good combo, in my opinion. I was trying to expel them. We're good. Might be time for a coffee soon, folks. What do you reckon? Look, I've almost claimed my workshop back. And if you saw that, look, a couple of days ago it was a pile about that high of all the carpets and everything piled in, but the carpets are up there now. Right, up there. So I've got to readjust the shed after putting in the floor and rejacking it and everything. Some things are a bit, yeah. That's alright, day by day. Not enough hours in the day, I tell you. That's what I hate myself for each day. I should be getting down here earlier, I should be getting way more done. I'm real hard on myself with that. But like, I should just be in here to smash it, and I just don't have the energy, man. I run out of steam. Mostly, if I smoke too much weed, I get myself in trouble. That's the main thing I have to manage. I mean, I talk honestly on here, right? The main thing I have to manage is I can have a little bit of weed in the morning to settle me or something. But if I just sit there and I'm like on Instagram, I'll sit there and puff away on 3 cones of weed without even realising I've done it. And Susie will be like, you realise you're sitting there smoking weed, right? I'm like, oh, right. So I gotta, when I manage that, I'm all good. And when I sleep well, I sleep reasonably alright last night for once, for the first time in a week or so. So that's refreshing. Yeah, there's still got to be heaps of shelves made and all sorts, so I'm just kind of Tetrising stuff around for now. It's not the permanent forever setup, it's just doing what I can with the situation. But the sooner I get this cleared up, get stuff piled up, get the toolbox back where it's meant to be, you see where I'm going with it? You can go here. Okay. Isn't that nice? Random piece of steel plate. Why do I have this random piece of steel plate? Don't even know. I'm gonna pop that over here. I have a spot for that. I do.
Always watching, Wazowski. Always watching.
Guest needs dinner. We have to shop. Okay. No one in my house believes in returning it to where they got. Hands in trust. Put it back where it was, even if it looks like you found it in an odd place. Yeah. You reduce them to plasticware for utensils. Oof. I get it. I've lived around that kind of mindset, Diana, for many years when I was with a friend's family, living with them, and there was a lot of that. There's a lot of that. It wrecked my head up for a long time. It's that kind of mindset and attitude, oh, I'll get around to it, and then I just adopted all the bad habits myself, you know? You want to know the honest 100% truth? The honest 100% truth is I was still pretty crap at doing my dishes. Still pretty crap, like, getting washing done and all this. Like, I get it done, but it was a very, very strong chore for me. Meeting Susie has alleviated that, because that's what Susie handles. I build the house, I build this, for that, whatever, I maintain the cars, whatever. And she wants to be the traditional housewife. That's what she wants, right? It's wonderful, because a lot of my holes with ADHD are alleviated from the relationship itself, right? You feel me? Feel me, cat? She's also very good at reminding me of when I'm like zoned out, like, oh, ADHD, I'll be like, I have to go and do this shortly, and then like 20 minutes later, she's like, weren't you going to go do that thing? I'm like, oh, that's right. So she's good at keeping me centered. Can always eat with your hands. Yeah, maybe burgers and stuff. I found that I used to live lived in a flat with some Indian and Sri Lankan guys, and yeah, every time they made dinner, we had all the stuff, and everything was just eat with their hands, and I was a bit like, a different culture, I suppose. They were like, oh man, don't bother, just eat with your hands. I tried it once, I was like, nah, too textury, autism, no. Not having it. Not doing it. You know, gotta remember, guys, we've all got different vices, right? We've all got different vices. I would not apologise for that joke. You chose to be here. You subject yourselves to all of this, alright? You came willingly. So, just like to remind you all, you're all here of your own volition and free will to tolerate my bad jokes. It's against the law to eat chicken with a fork in Gainesville. Oh, shit. I'm going to get a bit more of this done, then we can have a coffee break. Something. I think this backpack was... I always liked my old DC backpack, but it's not even my old DC backpack, but it's ripped off that. But maybe Susie can stitch it back on. I think I knotted them around each other or something. One of them broke off. I like that bag. I like that bag. A John Bull, came in my shoes, cooler for drinks and shit. Do I need it? We're going to go camping in the troop carrier and we go on a hike and shit. We're not going to take the whole chili up with us, are we? So we could. Yeah, alright, we need that. Fine. It's a keep. We're doing good. It's a fair rationalisation. This is the problem with my hoarding. I've got to make sure that I'm not justifying keeping shit I shouldn't. Those are going to have to go back somewhere anyway, so for now they can go. Oh no, I'm doing it again, chat. You want to know the most dangerous statement when you bring anything into your home or move anything around? You want to know the most dangerous statement? It can just go here for now. Do you know what here for now becomes? Becomes it's staying there until you trip over it 30 times. Right? My little piles are reducing in size. This is good, chat. This is good. Yep. Yeah, I noticed that, Lightwood. Yeah. Yep. It's an interesting world, isn't it? It's a very interesting world. How different people view different things. So I've seen in India one side of Indian culture they put cow urine on everything, all around doorways and stuff. It's unreal. Okay. You know, I think that's where it becomes dangerous is where science meets religious beliefs. You know, from really old beliefs about this helps in this way, and it's like probably not. The clash of worlds between, modern science and belief systems. I've got to get all the way over here again now. I'm going to make a trek. I feel like Frodo going to Mordor walking around in here. A very tall Frodo. That's what I am. Isn't that all I am to the rest of the world? As a New Zealander, I'm just a very tall hobbit. The precious stuff. We must keep all the things. Everything in here is precious. So precious. Rush up, big boy. Rush up, big boy. Alright. Shit. Caught in my shirt. Shit. I'm good. It's just a little back pain. I'm good. Celtic is right. This is going to be a much more hilarious show when I have a mic on me at all times. No amenities, shall I say? Yes. Yeah, I'm just careful. I'm very careful with raw meat as well. Chicken and stuff like that. Obviously, so. I don't know what to do with it. I don't need all the old plastic weight, pull it out. So yeah. Don't need it. Got full proper weights now. Do not need old weights. Do not fucking need them. Don't fucking want them. Brackets to mount the other roller door. Can go with the bricks for the shed there. It's a bin of tools. That's not a tool. That's not a tool. That ain't a tool. I'm a tool. Here a tool, everywhere a tool. I don't know. Alright. Oh yeah, the crap, I can see my workshop again. I could walk to about here yesterday. I was like, about this high. We're good. This is good. It's very good, yeah? Yeah! Sure, I'll pop some stuff around over here just so I know where everything is. Right. Left. Right, left, right. Right, left. I'm getting excited now, chat. We all dudes. It looks pretty good. No, this is good. This is good. I'm getting back to a point where I can do this, I can clear this shit up, I can sort that shit, then I can bring a car in and I can start working on shit again. Why did I put it in that one? Oh my god. Gotta get those other cabinets out as well for all these bottles. Actually, they can go here for now. Here for now. You heard it again. Here for now. I tend to like to wipe the slate a bit more rather than like, I don't want to keep stacking these all up because I've got to clear all this off, right? So I'll put them on the other shelves, but I do need to get some cabinets up and stuff on that wall. The reshuffle again and again, again, and then. Up there got to minus 40. Oh, mate. Sort shite, move shite. Yeah, exactly. Turn brain off. We're throwing tools under here, so not too worried about that lot. It's fine. The main goal right now is get this cleared out, get the toolbox back in here. Again, like the toolbox is subject to moving again, the workbench might move, all sorts of stuff changes, you know. At the moment, it's just get it somewhat bloody, you know. It's like for the troop carrier. When I bought my new troop carrier, right, before it broke, it needed a timing kit done, it had a oil leak up front of it, and I went to Toyota and I went and bought all the correct, actual, genuine Toyota bearings, full timing kit, and it's all sitting there, like everything's waiting. It's all ready to bloody go, see? But no. Mr. Dum Dum has to build a garage floor. Mm. Hey, Gravity Core, good to see you, bro. Somehow I keep missing your streams, Gravity, and I haven't been doing, like, morning streams like this much. And I keep getting on, I've always missed your stream by like an hour, and whenever I check in, you're not live, and then I come back an hour or two later, and it's like, Gravity Core's live. I'm like, oh, shit. So I've been watching some of your replays, bro. Dropping likes on them and that. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're getting there with the garage. We're getting there. It's going to make a heck of a mess clearing all this off later, isn't it? The other ones, was that one broken? Get out of here! Get out of here! Good. I've got these shelves so they look sad at this point. Cool. Whack. Smash those apart and build something new. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. etc. No problem, brother. It's all good. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming by. We've been chipping away at the garage. We've been doing the whole floor and everything. So the race chassis there. We've still got some carpets and stuff on there. This is the big sort for all these bins pile, because otherwise I've got to keep stacking these up everywhere, right? And big pile of stuff up the back there. That's sort of, it's not as bad as the pile looks, right? Like most of behind here is a bit more open. But we got, look, we've done good. We got this kind of, there we go. Look guys, look, we got a, like, just ignore the pile. We got a semi-functioning looking garage. That's good. It's a good start. Let's get a broom on here and we'll just throw this toolbox in. Oh, zoom's all stuffed up again. There we go. Yeah. So a lot of these boards I'm going to replace and stuff as well. Always going to paint. I've got to paint them all right. I don't like the mismatch on the floor. Does not please me one bit. I can't do it, chat. That's when it'll be like complete in here. Like I don't need to line and insert walls and stuff, but like a painted floor and nice shelves and that. But I can't do it all now, right? I've got to build cars and stuff still. I can't just stop everything and build my dream perfect garage. So I have to keep compromising everything along the way, which bugs the shit out of me with autism and ADHD. I am Speed Chow. Right. These can go. I'll actually put those here. Right. Doing good. How's everyone? Hey Naomi, how are you, mate? Yep. Nah, that epoxy stuff, nah, it doesn't work on it. It kind of can, but yeah, I'm just gonna brush down some kind of hardware and epoxy. I'll roller it down, but again, priorities, right? What it comes down to. And I think that's come on. Drag that across. Bugger it. Just don't want to drag gouges to the floor with it. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Ah. We're almost back to frickin' normality. I need it. Need that normality, chat. Shit. That was dumb. That was entertaining, wasn't it? The world has flipped. No, sometimes I feel you catch me. People don't like it, but I'll stream true New Zealand style. This is how we stream everything in New Zealand because we're upside down. So everything's normal here, but this is how you have to view us on YouTube. Yeah. Some people find that hilarious. It gets views like crazy if I do it for a while, but the subscribers hate it. So, all right. Look at that. Look, we've got bikes. The bike's right up. Just ignore all of that. There we go. We've got a bit of a workshop thing going on. Stop raining! Stop blowing holes in my ship! Yeah. Blowing holes in my ship. I think we're gonna go inside for a coffee, folks. It's a bit loud in here now. Alright. Nice day for it. Alright, we're going to get inside for a coffee. Pray for me. These lights off. Save the planet. Like Greta Thunberg told us, to save the planet. Got my beats back now. My DJ now. We're just gonna have a set. Alright, everybody ready? Got my DJ decks on. Picking up myself, man. Picking up myself. Alright, we're good. Alright, chat. We're gonna brave the elements. Pray for me. 999. Oh, shit. Hello. Hello. How you doing, big boy? How you doing, big fella? Alright, go lie down now. But yeah. Put the heater back on, eh, dog? His headphones turned off. Alright, sit back inside for a bit. We'll have a little chat for a moment. Or something, I don't know. We'll do something. I'm losing it, chat. I'm losing it today. There we go. I'm back. Alright. Now, oh, we got lemon moisture. The screen's wet. Hang on. Looks very cruddy on my end. Hang on, chat. Yeah, stay on your blimmin' bed, dog. There you go. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? Everyone's like, take it back to being fuzzy. Alright. No, dog. That's enough of that. Alright. Give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna use the smallest room. Alright, but nobody wants to hear that, so give me a moment. Hello? Oh, I'm going to get me boots off now. No, dog. No, this job needs no dogs. I think she's trying to tell me there's a hurricane. Somehow the animals are always the first to know. What is it, boy? Is Timmy stuck in the well? Oh. Somehow the animals are always the first to know. And I'm out of cigarettes again. Oh, I got one. I saved one for later. Here's the one I prepared earlier. Dog, you're going to have to get off, because you can't be here when I do that. Alright, off. No, you'll be... Go on. Go on, Noodle. Bad enough me getting blooming unwell from it, not you. Dog. Hey, Biff, how are you, mate? All the member emojis going left, right, and centre at the moment. How are you, Loud? Oh, no. Oh, no, we're having member emoji dumps. See, if I wasn't such a nice person, I'd make it so only a really high member level had emojis, so I could extort you for it, but I won't, see, because I'm a nice guy. I am very grateful for the donations, guys, actually, in the last couple of days. I can't turn that on. I'm trying to turn the kettle on. I'm very grateful for the donations and people renewing their memberships. Like Lightwood renewed his membership yesterday. He got gifted his first one, but he bought himself one yesterday and that. So it will all help the channel, helps me out at this end and whatever. Buy equipment for the channel or some paint for the house or something, right? I don't know. Something with it. Can you... Hey, you. Off. Go lie down. You stay there. So, I realised this morning I didn't even touch my dinner last night that I got off live to eat, right? You know, the eggs and the baked beans and the steak and the cheese. It's all still sitting there. So I'll eat that in a bit. Bloody terrible. I got up this morning, I was like, oh, I should eat some of that. And I was like, oh, I don't really feel like eating at the moment. Don't really. I get like that often. I don't know if it's ADHD. I don't know if it's my brain somewhere else or what. It's like I'm kind of hungry, but I just like I know I should eat. I could eat. I don't feel like eating. Christmas in July? But yeah, the first time 50 years ago, just after midnight tonight, it was Christmas in July. Too busy modding for Dennis. Yeah. Yeah, that's always interesting. Oh, it was pretty chill for him last night, but yeah, that's usually what happens. I'll try and get off and yeah, mod for Dennis and whatever, and then yeah, I was just exhausted last night. Like we didn't watch a movie or nothing. We just went to sleep. I got off live. I was modding for Dennis, and Susie's like, "Can we sleep soon?" Like, because both of us have been up since like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, just crashed out. But Susie left about 5 o'clock this morning, and I managed to sleep through that for once. So I got up at like I think about 7 today. So I had a bit more of a sleep, which was good. I kind of need that extra couple of hours. I'm not too good at getting up at 5. I can get up at 5 every day, but when it's like with her work, it's a couple of days a week. We get up at like 4:30 instead of like 7, and it stuffs me up. I'm trying to. Oh, how's you guys? I'm sorry for turning up so tired, guys. I try and turn up. You know, it's still positive energy, but just so you know, I am tired as shit all the time. Yeah, don't burn out. Yeah, finish all your tasks, but don't burn out. Yeah, yeah. See, the thing is, Ink, is like my tasks are just like I can see 3 years of daily work ahead of me, right? Like just to get the garage organized, build these cars, sell these. It's like and build everything I have in mind now. It's 3 years of every day of work, you know, at least. And there'll still be parts to get rid of in the future. There'll still be stuff to do later in life from it. That's still around the garage and that. But you know, the main sort of point I want to be at, it's going to take years. I have goals by the time I'm 40. That's why this year is going to be such a hard grind on the channel, and the start of next year, as it's picking up more and more. Like this summer on the channel will be hectic. Like once all this bad weather's over, it's just I'm going to be on live like all day, every day, pretty much. Just building this cabin and building shit and building cars and just smashing it out. So the winter I'm using as a prep time. I'm using winter to build systems. I'm using winter to sort of set everything up, you know. You're at burnout stage? Yeah. Yeah, I always stop before I burn out, bro. I've learnt that. Not long ago I learnt that, right? With my ADHD especially. Is I have to see where that burnout's coming and I'm doing too much. Like, yes, I can do that, and I've been doing that. Yep, grinding out heaps of work, and I'm proud of myself, and I don't want to, like, let myself down. I want to keep that ball rolling. But I also know if I keep going, it's not sustainable, right? So it's the point where it's not sustainable. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, I'm a bit annoyed with myself at the moment, because, like, quite often, honestly, I'll spend 2-3 hours a day in the garage. And then, like, I'm doing chat streams and stuff. And, like, yeah, okay, I'm looking after the dogs. Yeah, I'm going out and getting this sorted. And I'm doing that. And I'm researching this. And I'm ordering that. And, like, you know, I'm looking into stuff. I'm not just sitting there doom scrolling. I'm researching stuff and plans for the channel and editing shorts and all kinds. But it's just, I want to get a lot more work done in the garage. That's my main thing. And just so I can then focus on the cabin. Like, the cabin is what I want to be building. But I have to do the work in the garage. Sorry, we had to reconnect for a moment. But yeah, my main goal is I want to get this cabin done. Like, I feel really bad, like, that Susie's been in a caravan with me for 1.5 years now. And, like, it would just be good for us to have some more space and room for the dogs and that. Zed, stop. Case in point. You know, just to open everything up a bit, you know. That's been my whole ambition with the cabin, is to build something where we can actually sit and we can be on the deck this summer and chill and stuff, right? My not eating habits contribute to it. I see it now. Yeah. Same here. Like that's why I gotta, once I get off here, I'll eat. So I'll stream a bit longer. We'll chat on here, maybe another half hour or something, or hour, I don't know. And then I'll do a break, and then we'll be back to, then I'll probably do some garage work, and I'll do a chat stream tonight or something. We'll see how we get on. Yeah, that's what I was having happen for many years. Like, what it drove me crazy, doing days and days of hard work and then days of not. drove me nuts. So now I've learned is rather than it totally burning out, I'll sort of see that it's coming, and I'll forcibly like stop myself and be like, okay, well tomorrow I'm going to do just, or the next couple of days I'm just going to do real light days at it, real chill days, and then I'll build it back up, you know. I appreciate that, Rick. Yeah, I know. I need to find that balance, right? Because I need to, yeah. I like doing the chat streams. I like the evening chats. I love helping people and all that. That's all fine. It's just every time I do a night stream when Susie's home, like yesterday and today, she works until, you know, about 1, right? Usually she's home at 8 o'clock at night. So usually I start the evening streams about 5, 6 p.m. New Zealand time. She gets home and then I can like get off here and then I spend time with Susie. Yeah. Whereas on these days she's around during the evening stream and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, it's a hard one because it's the Friday Saturday stream, which is like, you know, when people have time on YouTube to watch me. So I want to turn up on Fridays and Saturdays, but Friday, Saturday is where we're hanging out in the evenings, and Sunday, Monday is our days off. So, you know, it's, yeah. Did I shave a while ago? Yeah, the other day. It's growing back a little now. But yes, I ditched the beard about a week ago, I think. You used to work all day and come home and work again. I could not keep up with myself now. Yeah, Diana, I feel that, mate. I feel that. I don't know, man. It's been the last... I don't know. I was really driven about 3 years ago when I had the leased buildings and stuff with everything stored in there, and I was working at cars, I was doing motorbike track days. Like, my life was full. I was always all over the country doing stuff. I was living. I sort of thought it would carry on like that forever, and it didn't. And now I'm trying to find that same sort of drive from home. I think is difficult when I have the option to sit down in here. Whereas when I had a building somewhere else, it's like you're in the building. You don't leave that environment. So it's not like sit down and have a coffee. It was just, you know, just get shit done. So finding that way back with that, but I'm doing all right. I'm tripping away. I'm happy enough with it, especially after like today. It's just the garage being messy. I cannot look at a messy space like that. Like, yes, it was necessary to build the floor, but when everything's in chaos and all the shelving is taken down, like, you know, the amount of tools and stuff and bottles of oil and whatever you can fit on shelving, an entire car space stacked that high on the floor with stuff you can put on a shelf along one little wall. You know, a small shelf will take a huge amount of stuff. So once we get some more shelves in again, we'll be flowing along all right. But I don't want to be shelving all those big bins we just put in the middle that are all random stuff and whatever. I'll take the time to go through them. I build it up in my head like, oh, it's going to take ages to sort through those bins. But really, it's going to take probably about 20 minutes, half an hour. To just bomb through them, throw out shit. And anti-hoarding, declutter, you know. I'll have to hold on to every car part and ask myself if it sparks joy. That's the Marie Kondo method, right? I think that's going a bit far with minimalism. You know, it's like, look at this item. Does it spark joy for you? Or, you know, you keep it. It's like, no, like, there's a lot of things that are just useful, you know. Not everything's going to spark joy. Especially in a garage. I mean, just hear me out for once. I have this lucrative idea. I mean, Marcus, I would, when you have to preface, you have to preface that you have a good idea with, just hear me out for once. You're kind of citing your own track record there. You have a lucrative idea. What's your lucrative idea, mate? He's going to bring back carrier pigeons or something. Tell us more, Marcus. I shouldn't be saying that, but let's see where this goes. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. In the Navy for over a decade, ran myself into the ground, missed birthdays, weddings, milestones, and deaths. Taught me how to prioritise what was important for my life. Yeah, Rick, yeah. Now that's where I'm kind of at with all the car stuff and that, and like, I used to help out everybody. Like, I was a specialist in this model of car. I was the guy, I was known as the Oracle of New Zealand, as the guy who could help people with them. And, you know, nobody appreciated it. I put a lot of time. I put a lot of time at serving people in the car world to try and help them get these cars on the road and stuff when they had no idea what they'd gotten into, you know. But you know, they threw it all in my face in the end, so that's when I walked away and just went, whatever. So that's what it's been like. It's not that I bought all the cars here to build a garage and like build every car. It was like I'm coming here to reset life. I'm coming here to build a shed, build my own cars, clear out all the past. Clear out all the past parts, cars, whatever, and start a new chapter, right? That's what I struggle with all of this at the moment, is I can't just go and do what I want to do in life now. I'm still dragging 10 years of car parts behind me and project cars and this and that, and now my mindset has changed and I don't want to do all of that, but I've still got all the stuff, right? So this is the chapter I'm in, is getting rid of, still having to do the work on stuff I've got no interest in anymore. I've got no interest in any of this, right? But it's a necessary thing. That's the hardest thing I'm struggling with. Shrimp on the barbie. Yep, if I was from Australia, I would say shrimp on a barbie. Not age with me, just autoimmune disease and testing, blood work monitoring, etc. We sell rocks from every lake you visit as a souvenir. I'm not really about that. I try not to take like rocks and shells and all that from the beach. Like occasionally I find like something real cool, little shell or something like that, you know. But I just view it as if everybody did that. You know, it's like there's a meme about autistic girlfriends. You know, they go out to the beach and all they do is like they bring home all the pretty rocks. It's like I try and like to leave things in the world. You know. The to go to a beautiful spot that's full of seashells and rocks and it's a really beautiful thing. It's like, I'm going to take a piece of this home. Well, like if everybody does that, eventually there's nothing left, right? Like that happened recently. They had to ban it in New Zealand, harvesting shellfish off rocks, because there's been a lot of how do I put this delicately? There's been a lot of immigration to New Zealand of people who have they'll eat any sea life, right? Whereas in New Zealand, it's understood, like, if there's a starfish in a rock, you go on the rocks, you're fishing for fish, right? You're out on the rocks. There's rock pools full of, starfish, there's oysters and stuff. There's little things all over the rocks, just cling to them and that. You leave them alone. Like, nobody touches that stuff. It's not for eating. It's, oh, look, a starfish. Like, cool. Like, it's not for eating. It's for enjoying, right? Whereas there's a big influx of people to New Zealand now who will literally show up with a tour bus, and they were all with piano wire, and they would just pick an entire beach clean until they picked beaches clean until there was nothing left. And I'm talking this stuff's been there, you know. My grandfather used to tell me it was like that since his childhood, right? It's just how it is, and so they had to ban people doing that because they were just stripping everything clean. Well, of course, the ban hasn't really stopped it. Marcus says there'll be nothing left after World War III. Well, you better start living then, bro. If you're so certain, World War III's coming, and the AI's going, whatever's going to happen, right? The whole world, okay, let's look at it this way. Let's say we've got 2 years and the whole world is going to go to hell. Everything's gone, right? You got 2 years left on Earth. Are you going to sit there and worry about it for 2 years? Or are you just going to live your life? You see what I mean? Like, you're spending your time building up in your head, World War III's going to happen, I've got to learn more about this and whatever. The Cold War went on for decades, man, and nobody pulled the trigger, right? Things like that. It's all you don't worry about it, Marcus. Don't worry about it. If you're so worried that the world's going to go to hell and the world's going to end and it's all going to go wrong, well, why would you spend what little time you have left on Earth focused at that? That wouldn't make any sense, would it? Or we start drawing the plans from a bunker. All right, man. You have fun with that. So your opinion is after World War III, there'll be nothing left. Yet you're still going to go into a bunker. So if there's going to be no world to come out to after World War III, what's the point in surviving in a bunker to come out to a world that's ruined? It doesn't make any sense, mate. It doesn't track. It doesn't. It would be pointless, wouldn't it? You've got a clash of two things there. It's like there'll be nothing left in the world after World War III. It's like, okay, but I'm going to build a bunker so I survive. It's okay, I live alone already. All right, mate. Well, all I'd say is don't focus too much on the what-ifs and the maybes of the world. You gotta remember, they've been talking about this since, after Japan and that, right? It's always going around, and then, like, how many times have these experts said, oh, we're at a high risk of conflict that could happen next week? Yeah. Don't worry about it, mate. Your life is too short to worry about the world's problems. My life is too short to... People are like, did you see what Trump said today? I'm like, no. Life's too short to worry about what everybody else is doing and the whole problems of the whole bloody world. I've got my own problems. Oh, I know you know things, Marcus. We all, like... The thing is, like, a lot of people with my view on politics and whatever, people think I've got my head in the sand. They're like, oh, you just don't know enough about it. It's like, no. I buried myself in this for years and sat there depressed and concerned about all these things beyond my control. And I knew a lot about politics. I knew a lot about this and that and warfare and all these different things, right? But there was no progress in my own life because all my time was going at everything but my own life. See the problem? So you can spend your life watching sports and being distracted and going out partying and drinking or looking into politics and watching documentaries and whatever. But it's like, what are you actually doing in the real world with your own hands, with your own body moving through the world? That's living, right? Burt Munro said this in The World's Fastest Indian, you live more on a bike like this than most people will in their lifetime. And like, one run down the salt flats, you live more in that moment than most people do their whole lives, right? You need to get out and live, bro. You have a friend that says he will run the mountains. Well, all right, mate. Good on you. This whole channel is based around not giving a shit about any of that, mate. My level of care about politics is I moved out to the country and started building a homestead away from all of this shit. And it's only, I tell you what, it's only through doing YouTube, doing this, that I'm I was thinking last night about giving up this channel, about stopping doing this. I can tell you that. And this morning. Right, the last 3 days, my head has been full of, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Because usually I have a quiet, peaceful life in the country. I don't have to, rather than answer, are you Australian 50 times a day, I've got all my own shit I can do here. I can switch this off. I can just vanish and I can just go about my life, right? I think about that. Because I'm exposed to so much of the world here. Somebody mentioned a couple of days ago about how much I'm exposed to. It doesn't really stay rent-free in my head or anything, but it's just this time talking about this and reinforcing it and trying to sort of get through to people like Marcus of like, dude, you're focused on the wrong shit. And it's like, I don't want to sit here all day, every day discussing it, It's a bingo. That's it, mate. Everybody's so... Not everybody, but there's a majority of people are concerned about the politics of this, to that, the whatever, and how it's going to affect your family and this and that. And it's like, if you're so worried about that, put your time at your family. Put your time at things that'll make you money. Put your time, okay, right, the world's fucked, evil world, blah, 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 it's all going to shit, right? I need to actually look after the people I care about. But people then blame the politics. I can't feed my family because of the politics. It's like the politics isn't changing. You have to change. But everybody, not everybody, again, the people I'm talking about use it as an excuse. It's really easy to wipe your hands and be like, oh, but it's the food the food companies make. It's like saying, I got fat. I ate at McDonald's every day and I got fat, so it's McDonald's fault. Because you went there for, and went and ate, large fries and 7 cheeseburgers a day and 3 sodas this big. And it's like, oh, it's McDonald's fault I got fat. The government shouldn't have sold me this stuff, right? This is where you get into just a total lack of accountability, a lack of personal agency, a lack of self accountability, responsibility, right? So like, I don't think we have time to be looking at all the stuff that's going on with everybody else, right? I enjoy your time and hopefully you have more positive vibes with us than the naysayers. I do, Lightwood. I definitely do, man. I do like doing it. It's just it's mentally it's difficult at times, right? Yeah, I appreciate that, Anima. Appreciate it. I know. I mean, that's what it's for, right? It's to help people. But it's more the like. Some people are ready for it. Some people aren't, right? Like you've got to be at a very specific point in your life when you find my channel to get the message of the channel, to wake up and see. You have to be aware and essentially like I could have all the best words, I could say it as well as possible, but if people aren't ready to receive it, there's nothing I can do, right? And that's why I trying to keep it more casual. We just hang out and I come on here when I can, and I think I need to chill out then. You need to focus on what you can affect, Marcus. And you need to focus on gratitude for how good your situation already is in the world. Like you're talking about building a bunker and worrying about World War III. It's like, mate, 3 billion people don't have the internet. They're living in mud huts and shit. Like, are you glad you weren't born in like the favelas in Mexico, right? All in these little crammed in little boxes stacked up the hillside, with all the violence and all that there. Like you gotta understand where you're at. If you've got a smartphone right now, you've got the internet, you're doing pretty damn well in the world. You're already in the top one. Did you know you're already in the top 1%? If you've got a roof over your head, you got food in your stomach, your bills are paid, and you've got a phone and the internet right now, you're actually in the 1%. Everyone goes, oh, the 1% are evil. No. That's the 0.1% and the 0.01%. If you're able to sit here now, you're already in the 1% of the world. If you've got the luxury to sit here now, and the sky isn't, like things are good, man. The other thing to consider is you're living in the easiest time to ever be alive as a human. 100 years ago, you couldn't have a hot shower. You know? 200 years ago, it was a horse and cart. There were no cars 200 years ago. It's a horse and a cart and a dirt track. You want to go to that next town that for you now is a 10-minute drive. It was, 10 hours on a horse, right? But we complain about the life we have now, and it's like you're going to seek the problem. You're going to look at all the politics. You're going to stress about what's happening with global politics, and it's like, man, just like look at the ability you have now. You can fly to any country in the world. You can move to any country in the world. You can buy a boat and build it yourself and sail around the world. You can do all this shit yourself, right? We forget all of that. No antibiotics, no anesthetics. Yep. You're asleep in your hut and the Vikings come in and raid the place and burn everything, and that was your entire society gone. Right? We don't have problems, man. Imagine a tooth before like, no, thanks. Or so many distractions in life these days, it can be challenging to focus on the real stuff that makes a difference in your life. You're doing that, so good on you. Yeah, Anima, it comes down to the internet, really, doesn't it? The amount we're exposed to in a day, all the research comes back the same. It's humans are not, we don't have the mental bandwidth for this, right? So it's about filling things up, right? If you understand how memory and computers and stuff works, it's like an internet connection. You've only got so much bandwidth. So it's like if I'm streaming here and Susie was on a gaming computer and there's 5 other people here on gaming computers, or say everybody's streaming, right? The internet connection is going to suffer because it all has to be divided up, right? You only have so much mental bandwidth, so much capacity in a day, so much mental to burn. That's what makes us tired. Not so much physical labor, usually. It's the mental load is far heavier. Which is why you'll see if I chat on here for 2 hours reading and focusing and whatever, I'll go. It's the cognitive load. And you get up and you scroll through this and you look at the news and the this and the that and whatever. Yeah, people are just like, and then of course we're all wired on stimulants. People are drinking coffee and energy drinks and sculling down Coca-Cola, and everyone's walking around going, oh, and it's like, why can't I find any peace? It's like, well, like you got to create that environment for yourself. You've got to create that space. Worries don't solve problems or extend life. No, they most definitely shorten it instead, bingo. You know what I'm saying, Marcus. You're diving off, mate. You're trying to find any flaw in it. Maybe try listening to the information might help you instead of trying to argue it, instead of trying to find some way that you might be right. Maybe just understand, I'm not trying to be right against you, bro. I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to give you a little bit of a perspective shift, bro. A bit of a reframe. A bit of a different way of thinking and viewing the world. That's what I'm trying to do, mate. Not enough RAM. That's it, possum. We don't have enough RAM for that. When have human beings in history that you can think of ever had this much put on them? Like when I was growing up, my dad read the newspaper on a Sunday, and it was like, oh, world news, and it was, a few pages of here's everything. It wasn't like, here's the video, here's another one, here's a guy, here's somebody crashing a truck, here's a dog riding a surfboard with dolphins around him. Oh, I'm angry about this, and people are arguing in comments, and we're exposed to all this. We were never exposed to any of this. We just sat around and just chilled. Like, you think back of humans, like, the 1970s, when a bunch of friends sat around, was everybody arguing about all the politics and this and that? No, they were hanging out, oh, let's go to the beach, man. And, like, there were no phones. It's just you sat there on the beach. You went to the beach. You did the thing. You went to a music concert. You absorbed the concert. You took in the experience. Whereas now, it's like, I'm showing everybody I came here, and you're watching the entire concert through your phone screen, making sure you're getting a good video. Like, and then we wonder why the minds are so gone, It still looks on the system, you don't have time to get it on the internet. The homebound or what? Have to do something for the time during the day. Yeah. If I win, I will chill out. I was wondering if going to Las Vegas and spending out. No, Marcus. No, mate. For your mental health. No, those are not those. That's not mental health, Marcus. That would be avoiding mental health. That would be taking in something to numb you. You're trying to do high dopamine behavior, right? So what ADHD brains do is they seek dopamine, gambling, high risk activity, driving fast, riding motorcycles fast, which is what I do on track, right? We need that stimulant, right? I would suggest you start working out more, Marcus. I'd suggest you go for walks. I suggest you go to the beach. I suggest you get out in nature, do some push-ups maybe. That'd be my suggestion. The peace you're looking for, Marcus, is in sobriety, essentially. It's in actually being out and experiencing the world. Not going and like trying to pump it up. Like, you go gambling, right? Your dopamine is going to skyrocket through the roof. You get a win, that's great, right? You get the win. The next day, you go below baseline. Here's the dopamine baseline, right? So you have a coffee, it goes up a bit. You have some exciting thing, you get a promotion at work, everything's going amazing, right? 2 days later, you're going to be depressed as fuck. Because where it went up from there, from the baseline, it doesn't go back down to baseline, then you wake up and you have a coffee and whatever. What dopamine does is this. It goes up, 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 and then crash to the exact point below. Which is why you'll have a big, great thing happen. You'll have an amazing weekend with friends, whatever. Everything's amazing. And then 2 days later, you're like, why do I feel like shit, right? What is dopamine? I'd suggest Google it. Google how the dopamine system works. Like, it's essentially, it's the precursor ingredients to sort of create motivation and create aim in that. You've got to have that. Yeah. Oh, I'll add a video to the channel playlist. There's one, dopamine fasting 2.0 or 1.0. One of the after channels from the channel is called After School with a K. And they like animate self-improvement stuff like Andrew Huberman and stuff like that. So I'll add that to the channel playlist. There's a playlist on the channel of, content that changed my life. So I'll put it on there today, mate. Once I get off here, I'll throw it straight on. Got to remember that. Gotta remember that. Put the dopamine fasting one on the playlist. And I need to add James Clear Atomic Habits. I don't have a pen and paper near me. You down to get horizontal? No, I can give you upside down though. Like we can do this. I can't give you horizontal, but I can give you that. How's that? Is that better? Marcus, we're not going to discuss that, mate. All right. Sometimes you just got to flip things around. No, I don't. I'm not into grifters there, Marcus. It's a workout. No, it's not workout time at the moment. No, we're on a lunch break and coffee at the moment. We're in the middle of the workday. It's not push-ups at the moment, but the push-ups are coming, mate. September I'm doing what is it? What's the number again? In September I'm doing 739 push-ups every day. So we're going to be training for that soon. We'll start doing push-ups. I'll start doing push-ups soon, mate. We're getting there. We got to start training up because, in September I've got to do 739 push-ups every day. So, yes, the next month I'll be doing morning push-up lives. We'll start at like 200 a day, then bring it up to 300, 400, 500. You get the idea. So it'll kind of, the way of push-up progression in the month to prep for September to do that many push-ups in a day will be 200 push-ups the first couple of days. Then day 3 we'll do 300 push-ups. Then we'll do maybe a day of 200. Then we'll do a couple of days of 300. It'll go up and down as it, right? So you sort of like say the first day I do that's 500, I'm going to do 200 or 300 the next day. Stack it like that. I have a lovely missus who lives with me, mate. Don't you worry, I get plenty of pelvic exercise, mate. That's why I understand you do similar workouts, so that's why you have such a big wrist. Isn't it? Thank you for joining us. Your addition to my conversation is highly valued, mate. Thanks for that. Hang on. I'm just gonna hang on. Oh wait. Oh no, my finger slipped. Oh, clumsy, silly me. Yeah, they did, Creator. Yep, they did. Very interesting. Yeah, I won't go into that topic just because I don't do politics. I know what's going on there, but yeah, I'm not going to go into it. It's not worth a discussion. You still ride motorcycles? Yeah, I do. Well, not at the moment, not lately. I blew up the ZX14, so no, I do need to get back on the bikes. I'm very close to having the 1200 sorted. I called up the bike shop the other day just because I want them to change out the chain on it. I don't have the chain tool. So I'm just like, can you guys throw some tyres on it and put a chain and sprockets on it? Oh, nice weather. So yeah, I'm pricing all that up at the moment, but got to save a bit of money and then we'll get that sorted. Andre, do I remember you? When were you last in here, Andre? I don't know, mate. What were we talking about? Try give me a reminder if you can. I would appreciate it. Either that or Andre's just another account of noob. Who would know? We'll see. We're getting trolled a bit today, guys. Honestly, I don't. I kind of purposely live under a rock. Ignorance is bliss. Oh, crap. Okay, well, but you kind of wanted to know. You see, I'll give you the really, really short version. Got Mr. T, we'll call him, because I'm not going to say that name on YouTube, right? I'm not doing it, right? Mr. T and his brother, the T brothers, yes, okay, got it, right. He tried to reinvent himself and is this helpful, like, guy, I'm just helping people go to the gym, da-da-da-da. All of that is the bullshit. You dial it back, it all stems back to what he originally did in the UK to get out of the UK. So he hired women he coaxed women into relationships, essentially. And when you're my girlfriend, da-da-da-da-da, then he'd go introduce them to all his other girls, and he'd have a girl convince them to, you should do the webcam stuff, da-da-da, right? Da-da-da-da-da-da. So that's what it's actually about. And he literally sold courses on this early on. He sold the videos on the internet of how to do it. He called it a pimp and hose degree. That's what it's all actually about. And everyone's, oh, people are after him, whatever. The whole basis of it is all what he was doing back then, that he's now tried to cover up. But he put all this on the internet, and he's like, oh, it's out of context. Oh, it's little short clips. It's like, no. You can go and look up the pimp and hose degree that he was literally selling, and he was saying, oh, yeah, we got the girls, and we'd tell them, oh, we have to take the tax. Oh, and they didn't understand it, so we handled all the money. We then took 90% of their money. It's like the latest podcast he did right before he got arrested now. The guy incriminated himself 8 times in that podcast. I watch it because it's an interesting psychological thing to watch the narcissistic mind work. That's why I watched it. And he could not help himself throughout that entire podcast but incriminate himself. Talking about, in the first raid, they took our phones. In the second and third raids, oh, we knew they were at the door, we're watching on the cameras, so we're wiping all the laptops, and we wiped all our phones and whatever. The guy is so stupid, he doesn't realise he's literally admitting to, while the police are actively on the property doing a raid, that he was destroying evidence. And that's what he said in his last podcast in May. This is how stupid this guy is. He thinks he's right, but he couldn't help but go, oh yeah, they're destroying evidence, they're this, they're that. It's all bullshit. It's all the stuff he did back in the UK back in the day, and all the crimes that were done then, and then they left the UK to go to Romania to try to get away from it. And then just acted like that's in the past and it was never going to catch up with them. It was just stupid. That's the story there. So if you want to know what's actually going on with, oh, I'm under attack by the Matrix, it's none of that shit. It's none of that shit. It's shit he actually did. He literally sold courses telling people to use the Loverboy method on women, and then acted like, we never tried to Loverboy anybody, she was my girlfriend. No, like, they literally sold it as a course. And then he's tried to reinvent himself, and he's been a Christian, then he became a Muslim, then he this, then he that. Now it's, oh guys, I'm just a nice guy who tried to get guys to go to the gym and make some money. It's just, this shit is everywhere, and it's just one example, and I'll mention this example because it's an example of what's happening all around, and none of it's real. None of it just, yeah, the Teapot Brothers, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole situation with all that shit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. They did what they did. They've literally, the reason he's got all the charges and stuff is because literally he sold courses on it and sold videos that are still available on the internet, talking about how to literally employ people and then lie to them and take most of their money and lure them into this profession they didn't want to be in, and da-da-da-da-da. It's all there. It's all there. But I wouldn't waste your time looking at it. I've been down that rabbit hole. Now, there is value in some things he says just because it's repackaged from everybody else. Again, none of the stuff that he's just very good at presenting information other people have put out in self-improvement and rewording it and repackaging it. This is what these guys have been doing for decades. David Goggins did the exact same thing. David Goggins literally ripped off like everything Rich Piana did in self-improvement. Look up Rich Piana, and Rich Piana, his ways he would speak to camera, how he acted, everything he said. Literally, David Goggins just copied Rich Piana. It's like word for word. The entire mantra. Right, that's all these people, they're all just bloody grifters, man. I did look up to some of them for a while, like Goggins and that, but they're all just grifters selling somebody else's information, repackaging it and reselling it. Which is why I don't course sell and stuff. I have information on here, but I go, oh yeah, I learned this from Jordan B. Peterson. I learned this from Guy Ritchie in this podcast, right? I'm just trying to share what I'm finding. I'm not here to be like bloody, some manosphere bloody influencer. Yeah, you know how I'm talking about, Curse. Yeah. But again, it's all just bullshit. It's not relevant to our lives. It's just what they're trying to use to... How do you control a population? You have them looking at everything but their own life. Hey, look at the soccer. Hey, look at these guys that got arrested. Hey, look at what the politics are saying. Hey, look what's happening over here. Hey, doom scroll this. Hey, you should buy this, right? Where is your life among all of that? It's just a constant barrage of bullshit. So as soon as, all you have to do is go, is this serving me or is this bullshit? This thing that's trying to distract me and take up my, if you value your time, the only thing we have of value on this earth is time. How are you spending your time on earth? That's what you're going to run out of. So are you spending your time watching bullshit? Are you spending your time learning about, like, ancient pyramids in Egypt and it's like, what, like, is that really the best use of your time versus you want to spend it towards some hobby you want to pursue, you want to travel, you want to whatever, right? It's like, what are you
You know, you can have some leisure, you can have interests, like I like watching the old nature documentary, bit of David Attenborough, commenting on the sloths and the seals and things, but, you know, control a population by controlling the youth first, yeah. You control a population by distracting them, divide and conquer. So just don't let them win. If you're sick of how the world is, don't play their game. Just making sure there's no like red dots on my forehead or something. Good? Alright. I mean, you should all... Hey guys, I'm just here to say, yep. We should all... Yep. As we know, government tries very hard every year to do a better job of representing us, and you should make sure you vote and believe in your politicians. Yes, do all of that, guys. It's good. Okay? That's what I have to say about all of this. Just sit there, just sit there and wait and protest and fight them and fight against the group that the roads get worse, the food gets more expensive, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Nothing has ever got done for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades. It just gets worse, and we're gonna stare more at what they're doing. Be like, oh, okay, let's hope they fix it, because otherwise I'm fucked. Like, we already know what happens if we put our eggs in that basket. It's not gonna go well. So I'm gonna put my eggs in the basket of me and my family and my friends and what I want to achieve, and I'm going to focus at fucking that. Right. I'm losing it, chat. He's crashing out. I can't believe it's not butter. Control the books, control the people, yep. Gotta go to my footy game, give me luck. It's the grand final. Good luck, mate. Smash it, bro. You got it. Just believe in yourself. Then there's nobody out there better than you, right? They're humans, you're humans. You're a humany thing, aren't you? Just believe, be brave. Don't hesitate, bro. Don't hesitate. That's what was always my problem in video games and stuff, is that moment of hesitation where you question your own judgment. Same with a motorbike on track. It's that moment of hesitation where you question your judgment where it goes wrong. Just believe, push through. If you think you see that gap, you can see that thing happen, just believe, do it. It's got way more chance of working if you believe in it rather than hesitate and go, oh, will this work, won't it? I don't know. Well, it's over by then. You're better off giving it a go. Run in another coffee, chat. We have Gers, but we're not going to change it, right? We're not going to change it. The only thing we can change is ourselves. The only thing we can truly change and affect is ourselves and what we can do for the people around us and the people we care about, right? So that's what I mean. I try and take all that time of politics and whatever, and drama and who's getting arrested for fucking whatever in the world, and soccer and a World Cup. I block. No, I don't want it to know any of that. And that frees up hours and hours of time for me to do what I want to pursue. So it works out well. It's a good trade. It's a good deal. I like it. Tell you what I could do with is a darn cigarette. Got any left up in here or something? No. I saw Mr. Rob over at formerly Depression Talks. Rob Real and Roy, he quit smoking a week ago. He was sitting there with a fidget spinner, and he was stimming a lot. He was ADHD stimming, which I thought was quite funny. I do like Rob. But yeah, he's like singing more, and he's in real high energy because he hasn't got all that dopamine coming in from the cigarette. So he's stimming to create it, which is quite cool to watch. He's figuring it out. He's a good fella, that guy. He's a good man, that fella. Where's me lemon? Alright, bugger it. We didn't get onto the new plates on the truck. My number plates arrived for the truck. It stopped raining, so we can go out there for a minute now. I'll leave you dogs in here. No, you stay in here, dog. You stay in here, dog. You guys need to realise something very clearly about me on this channel, right? It's not like I'm anti-government or anything. I'm definitely not against the system, all right?
You need to understand that. I wouldn't be on here trying to get a message through to you that would be against any kind of system or how you should operate in the world. You should trust your governments. You should trust all our elected officials, and they're going to solve all your problems in life. You'll never have to take things into your own hands, right? You should never have to take things into your own hands. I would never advocate for anything like that. I just, it's not like, there's nothing, you don't want to be, you want to make sure you're not against any systems like that, or, referencing anything remotely like that in your, and who you are, and, yeah, So you should never take things into your own hands, right? That would be silly, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Because you wouldn't want to move out to the country and build a cabin and learn to drive an excavator and learn to build everything yourself and become more self-reliant. So we're getting chickens soon. I've got to build a chicken coop soon. Now that I've got the drill and everything. Now that I've got the drill and all that, we can build the chicken coop soon. Because Susie is getting clucky for chickens. Put it this way. With Susie, I kind of have two options at this point we're getting close to. I either need to get her chickens or a baby. I'm going to start with the chickens. I think that's a good start point. I think it's a better way to go about this. I think I'll get her some chickens first and we'll see how we get on. Alright? I think that's a good plan. We'll see. I'll see how good she is at raising chickens. Get a goose to protect the hens. A goose? Tell me more about this goose. Do you have any chicken breeds in mind? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. No, we want some for eggs. I don't want meat birds really. Wasn't too keen for meat birds yet. I don't want to be blooming ending them personally. I think you end a lot more lives, living off chicken that way. As you know, I prefer to go with steak, right? You get a lot of steak off a cow. For one life, it's a lot more yield. But I don't have enough land for cows. How you doing, dog? You squished your ear on the window, you know that? It's not a pillow, it's an ear. You alright, dog? Geese up. Yeah, tell me. Hey, Nate. Good to see you, brother. How you going, man? Thanks for love and support. Anytime, Nate. Just dropping in before I go to sleep. Awesome, bro. Yeah. Thanks for coming by. We're just getting some stuff done. Yeah, nice truck. Yeah, not a bad wee truck. That truck, Marcus, was only about 11. You know that truck was $1,100 US for that little Toyota Dyna. I painted up on stream. If you look at my old lives from like a couple of weeks ago, if you look up the Dyna Part 1 video, you'll see me rust killing it and stuff and painting it up. So I repainted that whole truck with spray cans. It looked like a total heap of crap. Now it looks alright. It's obviously it's not perfect, but it looks a heck of a lot nicer than it did for a little bit of elbow grease, a few spray cans. Hey Heidi, there you go, Heidi. Everyone's saying hello to you, mate. The members will bust out the Heidi emojis soon now that you're here. Yeah, big noodle. Yeah, big noodle. It's cheap. Mickey Lloyd! Mickey Lloyd appears with a dono. How are you, mate? Thank you, Mickey. Much appreciated. Thank you to the people who are renewing their memberships. Lightwood got gifted a membership in the first month and bought himself one yesterday. So, if you had a membership and if you're considering if you got gifted one or something, if you want to support the channel, you can get yourself a membership and you get emojis of the dogs and that. It's very cheap. I made it cheap. Just got up. Oh yeah, fair enough, Mick. What time is it over there, mate? What time is it there, bro? Lazy Saturday. Good, mate. Good on you, mate. Take the downtime if you need it, bro. But don't miss the whole world, Make sure you get out there. Get out in the sun, mate. Bit of fishing. I still need to get another fishing rod. I've been looking for months. I keep hoping somebody is going to list up like a really decent surf caster for a cheap price, right? I'm trying to find a big, because I can throw a surf caster about 350 feet out off the beach.
I ain't joking. I can sling a 14-foot surfcaster. I can get 350, 400 feet out into a channel, man. Because I do it like Happy Gilmore. I'll do a video of how I do it. I will post shorts on YouTube when I go fishing again of me standing on the rocks doing a 1-2 step like Happy Gilmore and then over the top and you snap off the end of the rod and just get out there, mate. You know, good 100, 150 meters out. I think I can reliably hit about 100 meters, which would be about, what's that, 330 feet. I don't know what that is in yards. We don't do things in yards. We're on the metric system. Everything is centimeters, millimeters, and meters, and kilometers. I do a good job of converting it, all right? I do a good job of converting it all over. One kilometer, here's the easiest ways I remember it. One kilometer is 0.6 of a mile. 1 kilometer is 0.6 of a mile. So, you know, it's 62 miles per hour is 100 kilometers an hour. So you usually just go like 60 miles an hour is 100k, you know. 120 miles an hour, 200k. You know, like the Isle of Man TT, it's 180 miles an hour flat out. That's 300 kilometers an hour, right? You feel me? You follow? We're having is that the lesson today? We're going to teach Americans the metric system? Fuck's sake. Oh no. What kind of fish you catch in New Zealand? I'll probably not know what any of them are. Snapper mostly. Snapper and Kawai. Kawai is Kawhai. Kawai. That'd be your main one, but snapper's going to be your main one. Hook the old hammerhead shark. I pulled in like a blimmin' 4-foot hammerhead shark once. But I let it go. I don't want to hurt the bugger. 5,280 feet per mile. Yeah, no, it says, I can't remember these numbers, Possum. 5,280 feet per mile. 70, 60 yard per mile. Oh, damn, man. It'll melt my little brain. The metric system affects mental health. Well, my dad grew up on the imperial system. So when I was growing up, my dad was always like, oh, you know, whenever it was tools working on cars, he'd be like, oh, hand me a 10mm socket, son. Hand me a 12mm socket. And then it's, oh, you know, and a 3/8 drive and a this. And okay, cool, right? 3/8 drive ratchet. Okay, cool. I sort of learned all of that. But whenever we'd be working on the house and stuff, or we'd be measuring up something in the garage, he'd be like, oh, yeah, it's about 4 feet, 6 inches. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm learning metric in school. He's like, oh, don't they teach you anything in school? I'm like, no, they teach me the metric system. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, like we'd be carrying something. He's like, oh, no, get it in there. It's a couple of inches off. And I'm like, well, what's a couple of inches? Is it this far? Is it this far? I don't know, you know. These days I've learned, you know, having a couple of extra inches is very important and valuable in the world. But, you know, it's good. It's like Invader Zim, you know, the tallest run in the world. Did anybody ever enjoy Invader Zim as a show? Just me? It's a great piece of like political satire. The whole way they handle who runs their society and how they run things and how stupid the bureaucrats are and stuff. I also enjoyed Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Vogons, right? I really like that. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Vogons, the bureaucrats. It just reminds me of like how Hermes was in Futurama as well. I've always enjoyed those kind of shows, man. Like that's always been my jam. Is like The Simpsons, Futurama, American Dad, SpongeBob. I think I used to watch Samurai Jack when I was a kid. I used to watch a lot of Samurai Jack. I love your dog. What's the name? This is Heidi, who's clearly not hiding. Her name is Heidi, Heidi. She's about 3.5 now. Aren't you? You big noodle. Have a shake. Have a shake. Thank you. Good girl. It's good girls. Very good. You reckon we can do that again? Can I have a shake? Oh, good girl. You're so good. Can I have the other paw? No, the other one? Oh, it's broken. It's gone defective again. No, you can't put your paw up like that. It's 2026. No, not even a little. No, you can't. I know your heritage, but you can't do it, dog. It's not allowed anymore. Your brain comes from a different time. It does. It's not 1940s Germany. That's what this dog thinks it is. I'm telling you, her brain is in 1940s Germany, isn't it? I can see your tooth. What? Let me do it for you. Let me do it for you, Kirby. Ah, you big noodle. Hey, look at your pink collar. Look, it's all faded up. I got her a nice bright pink collar, but it's all faded now. And when she was a puppy, she chewed the end off it. And hey, hello. Okay. I'm just gonna flip this back around. Is that right? You're a weirdo, dog. She looks like she's something. Oh, they're always plotting something, man. They always got something going on in their brain. Tropic Thunder. Oh, I haven't seen that one in a long time. Have you ever seen a shuttle in person? No, I haven't. I think that would be part of like the American tour in future, right? So I want to go across Texas and stuff to like a steakhouse. I want to go through like Ohio and over to Texas and all that, up to the Utah where they run the where they take all the Jeeps and stuff off road, where Whistling Diesel took that Hilux up the hill backwards and shit. I want to go check that out and just watch a bit of people doing that while I'm out there and stuff like that. But yeah, I have to stop by. Where is the space? Where is it? Kennedy Space? Where is like the museums with all the old space shuttles and stuff? Where do I go? Moab. Yeah, Moab Desert, yeah, out there. And there's like a big like angled rock that kind of like they all do drifts up it, like sweeps up. It's like a big cliff face off it. Yeah. All that kind of stuff, yeah. Out in the Moab. So that'd be a good bit of fun, I think. So like if I go to America for a holiday, it's not like, oh, I'm going over from New Zealand for 2-3 weeks and I'm gonna quickly see America. It's like I'm gonna spend 6 months there, I'm gonna spend a year there seeing the stuff I want to see. I'd get a race bike and I'd go ride Laguna Seca. Like that's what I'm gonna do. When I'm in the States, I need a race bike. So if anybody in America has like 1,000cc race bike kicking around spare, I just need it for a track day or two. I'm not looking to rent some little 250cc piece of crap. I'm looking for 1,000cc super bike to hire. So someday after I get all this built and that, we're going to have to do the Borat tour, you know. Cultural learnings of America. I'm going to go, I take my wife, we go to America. We see how it is looking like there. Meet some people. I make documentaries on the YouTube of the travels of America. You tell me where in America I should go. You tell me. War Museum, some of the best ones are in Washington, D.C. Okay. Space Shuttle in D.C., NYC, California, and Florida. I'd have to... See, Florida, I'm told, is full of crazy people and alligators. Here's the New Zealand perspective. Here's what I know. Florida is like retirees, like crazy people. And they all live in these suburbs that have like little lakes all through them. And gators come out of them and shit. And they have all the crazy YouTube kids that make like brain rot and make millions of dollars doing retarded podcasts and skits and pranks and shit. That's about what I know about Florida. So I didn't want to really go there. California, for me, I don't know what there's to see in California that I want to be around. Obviously from over here, I just kind of hear how the politics and that of it are and whatever. I don't know. I'd like to see, I have one friend off YouTube in California, old Feeney. I'd swing by and see old Feeney, but I don't want to do like Times Square in New York or something. I don't want to be in like tourist trap shit. I just want to be out in the back roads of America, you know? I want to see the real America, darling. Where's that real America? That's what I want. Send me there. Where is real America? If I was going to spend 6 months, I don't even know where Laguna Seca is. I don't even know what state it's in. I just know I want to go do the Laguna Seca racetrack. And I want to do VIR, Virginia International Raceway. I've seen bikes go around there. I want to have a play around that track. It looks very, very fast around Virginia. Virginia International. What'll be the other track? I don't know what the track's called. but it's they run Formula Drift there in Atlanta. Is it Road America? Is it the Road America track that run the Formula Drift on America? I'd like to take a motorbike around there. Marcus, we all know that's where you come from, mate. Marcus is actually an alien. We've decided. Is it Road Atlanta? Sorry, derp. My bad. Okay, Road Atlanta. Yeah, I wanna. You know, I love motorbike track days and stuff. I'd love to get out with the American guys out there. You know, I run the fastest group in that, right? I'd love to get out with the American guys and some of the American racers out on the track that day if they show up to the track days and have a bit of fun. Show them the old flying Kiwi, mate. I need to get some footage up on the channel off the bike, I suppose, at some point. The only onboard stuff I have on the bike is like my first 4 track days. You know, I've done like another 30 since then. Cut like 10 seconds a lap since then. So we gotta change things up a bit. At some point I'll do some bike footage on track, but as I say, the channel is to document my journey through life, right? Like that's the point of the channel is beating depression, trying to beat depression, control ADHD, improve my diet, do workouts, build my garage, build my cabin, build my cars, build my motorbikes, you know, build the life I'm trying to build for me and Susie here, you know, and try and inspire some people by vlogging it, by putting it out there, you know. It's just day by day progress, you know. Things take time to build, and I'm here. I'll show you all of it. I'll show you the messy garage. I'll show you the struggles. I'll talk about it all because I think that's what can help people. I don't think making brain rot on here and making bullshit content that just takes people's time and teaches them nothing. And it's like a lot of people are scrolling live, you know, looking for comfort. It's like going out and drinking or going out and gambling. It's just, I'm just gonna watch this just to occupy my brain. I'd rather try and have the conversation because it's the conversation I needed. You know, I'm trying to offer everything I've worked through in my head. I'm trying to help anybody I can with it. I don't feel like I'm doing a very effective job of it, to be honest, at times. I'm always questioning how I can do this better. Like, I want to be real on here, but like how can I frame things better? How can I put things better to try and help people when I have no idea who's on the other end? It's people scrolling by. They might not have said hi yet. They might whatever. I don't know, right? I can try help people with a sentence or two, and yeah, I can form a 5-minute conversation out of a sentence of I've got this problem. What should I do? And it's like I can help with that, but it's tricky doing this. I'm getting used to it. Marcus. Let's put it this way, Marcus. You're in the planning stages, right? I've been building for years, mate. You know, I learned to drive a digger to dig out for my deck here, mate. So, you know, I do know how to drive a digger, mate. So, you know, I'm not saying your whole way of thinking isn't wrong, Marcus. I'm just saying you shouldn't be focusing on just that. There's a lot of other aspects to life to build, right, at the same time. Say if you were going to leave the city and move out to the country and build a new life, you'd want to think about things and plan things out and think about the future. And, you know, the whole idea is to build a life that's resilient against what's happening in the world in the future and stuff. Yeah, I know, you'd want to do that, my friend. You would. You're not wrong, but the difference is, Marcus, you need to be actually getting out there and doing it, mate. If that's what you want to build, get out there and build it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. You know, Shia LaBeouf, you know, just do it. Just do it. And everyone back then laughed at Shia LaBeouf. Oh, it's a meme. Oh, look at this guy being a dick. And he's like, just do it. And he had the perfect advice all along. That went viral again about a year ago. Everyone going, oh shit, he was right. We should have listened to him. It's like, who would have thought the guy from Transformers was right? Ooh, I need a drink or something. I don't feel good after that. Ooh. Milk, good. Man need milk. What if you had $10 million? I live in a trailer park, so I'm not rich. I just want a realistic answer. Now he's transforming lives. What do I miss you? Awesome bunkers people have built by converting those old nuclear ICBM silos. Yeah. Old silos and like underground things where they test engines and stuff. There's all kinds of stuff they built, man, that you can buy. Switzerland actually has the most bunkers in the world. I didn't know that until recently. I think it might be like second to New Zealand, but all through the Swiss Alps, all carved into the mountainside, people have like these bunker homes on the edge of these really narrow roads and stuff. Check those out. Those are cool. I still like the cave house that we looked at recently on if you look up cave house on just Google, you'll see images of like a house where they've done, it's literally a cave on the property and they cleaned it all out and then they put glass across the front of it and doors and then they've fitted out their house in it, but all the roof is, everything's just still cave. It's flipping gorgeous with the nice timbers and stuff in there. I do like a cave house. That would be the ultimate property, I think, as a property in America with its own cave and building the house into the cave. That's very me. It's very Minecraft. I'm very Minecraft with my ideas like that, you know. Hitchhiker's Guide book was awesome. Yeah, I haven't read the book. Is the book good, is it? I have to look into that then. National Museum of Nuclear Space in New Mexico just got a U-2 spy plane. Been there, supposed to be a cool museum. Oh yeah, I wonder. Oh no, you'd build something, right? You'd want to build something. It just depends on your view of the world. I don't really see a point building a bunker. I don't really see a point building the bunker like, hey, get out of there. Get out of the rubbish stock. Wait, what do you think you're doing? Why are you trying to go around? Have you run out of water or something and you're not sitting by the bowl? No, there's water. No, on your bed then. Go on. Go lie down. You're being annoying. You're being annoying, dog. Like the idea of owning a very small town or something. It could be a plan. Yeah, there's a town like that in Australia where it's so hot that they built all the houses underground. I don't know if they carved them all out or if it was like existing cave network or whatever. I can't remember, but there is a town in Australia that's like that where all the houses are underground, and they are very good for that, for temperature regulation. That right, the same with an earthship. Like if you build an earthship house, like you basically carve out a step essentially out of a hill and build a house into it, and because you've got all the land behind it and the back wall's made out of car tires and shit, it's very, very good thermally, right? Best way to stay safe in a tornado, yeah. Oh yeah, well, didn't we have a question, something about $10 million? Somebody asked something. What if you had $10 million? Serious answers. If I had $10 million, well, how have I got the $10 million? Have I earned it? Have I won a lottery? Did a Nigerian prince leave it to me? Like, what's the situation? I need more information. That's what I need. Hey, Benjamin, how are you? Oh, yeah, we got the Z emoji there. Yeah, Zed's doing well. He was a bit unwell the other day, as some of you heard on stream. He was dry retching and stuff, but he's doing pretty good now. It's always good to see the Z emoji. I might upgrade the Z emoji, get him with a big happier face and a big grin on it. I won a settlement. I've got $10 million. What do I do with it? $10 million, what do I do with it? I would buy my own bit of land. Would be priority one. Would be to buy my own bit of land and get myself set up and get things built. Like not a big giant luxury mansion that I can't clean or burn money, whatever. Just something small. So basically what I've got, right? You know, a bit of a nicer house, something that flows, you know, well, whatever. Okay. So we say the whole property, let's say $2 million, right? So that leaves us with $8 million. Now, the thing is that $10 million long term has to last, right? So, like, if you buy a bunch of supercars with it, you've got to pay all of that. If you buy really expensive land, you've got to pay really high rates on it. It's the ongoing costs that'll sink you. I'd upgrade my truck, the Troop Carrier. I'd upgrade it to a newer one with the V8 diesel in it. Get myself a new motorbike. Travel a bit, go to Japan, do America, do some track days overseas and all that. As long as it sort of sets me up, I think I would use the rest of it to do like some kind of stuff like this for people. I think would be the best use of it. Right, rather than selling people courses and stuff, using it to make information. And it, like, this is the thing, is it would free up my time that I can just do this all the time and go more Tony Robbins on it, without selling everybody a book, selling everybody a course. It would facilitate me just being able to, like, if I had endless money coming in, it's just I can sit here all day and do this and talk about stuff and try and guide people and whatever. But I don't know. I'd get out of touch, wouldn't I? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I certainly wouldn't go and burn $10 million on just bullshit. I'm not materialistic in that way. I like things that enable experiences. Yeah, a lot of it would need to be invested, right? You'd want to put it in so you were living off the interest of it. Because 10 million wouldn't go far. Like, as far as a life of luxury or something, 10 million won't get you much. People go, oh, I'll buy a nice house and a beach house and a boat and a this and a that. It's like, mate, your $10 million will vanish real quick. And then, you got all the friends and family that you try and look after everybody. That's the main thing that drives lottery winners and stuff broke. Is everybody, all the vultures come circling. So, yeah. I think it would be mostly used to alleviate the pressure off my life so I wouldn't be worried about money. Because I don't need much to live off, so it would just be it becomes a safety net that I can go and do whatever I want with my time, essentially. Rather than buy luxury goods, I can build a brand or something. I can put my time at doing this, more of this kind of thing, more serving others. I'd still want to work on my own cars and shit, though. I wouldn't go out and buy I wouldn't want to go out and buy like a brand new Ferrari or something and like prance around in it. I don't know. I'd like a new motorbike. I've never had a brand new motorbike. My first ever motorbike was brand new, but it was like a Chinese copy thing. It was dirt cheap, right? So as far as an actual proper bike, I wouldn't mind a brand new motorbike at some point in my life. That would be nice. Be nice, rather than, I've always been riding, 20, 30-year-old shit on fuck tires. Ironically, that made me really good on a motorbike. Being poor and having shit motorbikes, trying to keep up with fast motorbikes, made me fast on a motorbike. It's like having crap heap cars with blowing shocks and bald tires half the time, because I couldn't afford to put new tires on it. Teaches you to drive in the wet really well. Like that's where most of my driving skills come from. Is nothing will teach you to drive like a $500 piece of shit car. Nothing will teach you to drive more than something that don't go around a corner. It barely stops. It's just an absolute pile of shit. That'll teach you everything you need to know about driving. Yeah, get to be creative with what I was given. Yeah, I like Florence your sub 4. Okay. I might have a new caravan at the moment. Quick question. Are you currently under medical... That was a pointless comment, Mr. Sandwich. I hope you're proud of yourself for that one. It seems like a good use of your time. Bet your mother would be so proud. Hey, Mum, look what I went and said on this guy's YouTube today. Buy a new truck for husband. I guess ours is 29. Oh, I don't know. You might be able to buy some silver. You could buy a couple of extra boxes of plastic forks, Dana. It could work out. Could be a good strategy. I used to neutral slam my Ford Mercury and race newer cars because it didn't give a... Yeah, exactly. It's like they say, no car's faster than a rental car, right? They did a Seinfeld skit on it. They hadn't reserved the car that... They did it on Seinfeld that he had a reservation for a car, and then he got to the car rental agency, and they're like, oh, we have no cars. He's like, but that's what the reservation is for, is so I have a car. And I no, we got no mid-size, but we've got a Ford Escort for you. And she's like, would you like the extra insurance cover on it? And he's like, yeah, because I'm gonna beat the shit out of this car. Because they hadn't given him the car he was meant to get, so gets a rental car. Do you want the extended insurance? Yeah, sure do, because I'm gonna beat the crap out of this car. I do like that kind of humour. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, die if you let off the gas, you're at the lights just run. Yeah. Fantastic, mate. I'd say, Diana, just do a daily roundup at the same time. It's at X time of day, everybody brings in their dishes or whatever, or you just go and grab it. Like it's so much easier to just take it upon yourself than often it's easier to take the task upon yourself than expect other people to change. Like you're already at a point where it's just like, rather than, you already know how it is, and it's kind of good to just be like, right, once a day at this time, I come in and I take all the dishes round and it's just done, rather than like you're trying to get a whole heap of different people who don't want to change to do it. You feel me? It's just so much easier. It takes less time to take the task on for yourself than to ask other people to do it, and then you don't have the mental. You're not pissed off by them doing that. It's just that's what you expect. I'll just have to do it myself. And once you're doing that, it's just you kind of operate in that zone, and it just doesn't bother you anymore. I found that served me a lot in life, is like rather than waiting for other people to do things and that. And I used to be pretty bad at doing it myself, and now I've just flipped it around. It's just like, no, okay. Do it different. Stopped coddling others years ago. Yeah. It's sometimes it's like if you want it done and you want all the dishes back in the kitchen and the dishes are spread between 5 people in the house and nobody ever brings them, it reaches a point where you just stop asking. You don't have to walk in post office. It's like, right, I'm here for the dishes. Right, cool, sweet, done. Like it's just easier than asking people and hearing excuses and hearing all of that come at you from people and their opinions and their excuses and justifications. It's easier to just do it yourself. Smash out, get it done, and go about your day. It's quicker. It's less stressful. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's how it should be. But, if you expect everyone else to behave how you do, it doesn't really work that way, sadly. If it works, we don't replace it. Yep. My mate's dad had a theory that things are only ruined when the smoke comes out. So anything else, his theory was everything runs on smoke. Everything in the world runs on smoke, he'd say. He'd say, look, something electronic, it starts smoking, it's fucked. You got a car, it starts smoking, it's fucked, right? Everything, his idea was everything mechanical or electric or anything runs on smoke. Once the smoke comes out, it doesn't work anymore. He's like, prove me wrong. Once the smoke comes out of something, it stopped. You tell me it still works. And we're like, you're not wrong. So yep, he concluded very intelligently that everything must run on smoke. Because once the smoke comes out, it's all over. Yeah. 7 kids, 15 grandkids, I borderline personality, so they all get a different personality. Fair enough. It keeps things exciting. You got to have a bit of variety, right, Mick? Van's paid for itself. Yeah, the new wee truck, mate. Yeah, I've got to get. It's gonna definitely just running stuff around, picking stuff up, and that. Yeah, it's doing well. Yeah, I hear you, okay, man. Like people will just doormat you eventually, right? It's. I feel you. It's tantamount to consent as well, isn't it? By not confronting somebody about something, it's like they take it for granted, and it's like it's just giving them consent. If you'll allow yourself to be treated that way, I hear you. Guys know I still haven't eaten anything from yesterday, right? I'm gonna get off here very shortly, guys, because I haven't even the dinner I was showing you last night is still sitting there, and I haven't eaten anything. And as you can see, I'm tired, so we'll go throw that on. I'll start heating that up now. Hey, Bobby. How are you, Bobby? Good to see you. Bobby Joe. 4 adult kids, 3 under your roof. Well, 4 if you include the husband, right? No, kidding. We're kidding. Well, that's what I say to Susie. I say, you know, people ask if you have kids, you know, you don't have to, you don't have to say no, you haven't got any kids. You can go, oh yeah, I've got a boy at home, you know, this one, she's got this one to raise, you know. Isn't that the old joke, you know, a woman has a son, and it's like, oh, have you got kids? Oh yeah, this one, you know, we've got 2 boys at home, and you know, one of the boys is the husband. Boys never grow up. The toys just get bigger and more expensive. Did you know that? Adopted 3 kids. Jeez, Mickey. One of those bipolar one's reclusive. Yeah, I try to be pretty based here, there, Mickey. You seen I started like pacing around now because I haven't got any blooming cigarettes, and I'm fiending. So I'm sitting here looking around like, have I left half a cigarette somewhere? They're bloody terrible. But no, I'm gonna have to suffer. Oh, Bobby Joe with a gifted membership. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Well, I'm doing pretty good, guys. I'm doing pretty good, but oh, I don't know. I'm getting old, chat. I'm getting old. But yeah. I'll just hang out a bit. I'll get down the garage again soon, whatever. Because like the amount of work I've done, we're on stream in the garage. What we're in the garage for probably an hour and a half, right? And this is where it starts to bug me with the channel, because I do an hour and a half in the garage, and usually I just have a coffee and then go back to the garage. But instead, I do, like, I love doing it, but then it becomes like a 2-hour chat, and then no work's getting done, and then I break, I have something to eat, and then now it's, you know, I've been up since 7 this morning, it's now nearly 2 in the afternoon. If I get back down there at 3 in the afternoon, well, I can work till about 5, 6, and then it's dark, and then I'm on for my evening stream, right? So that's kind of how my days go. It's kind of like I end up only doing like 4 or 5 hours in the garage, and I'm doing multiple chat streams in there. I'm trying to find that balance is all. I don't know. I got to find that balance. Rather than only getting 4 hours of work done a day, I'm not happy with that. So I need to change things up a bit somehow. Break time, yeah. Well, we've been having a break a bit now, but yeah, I'll try and munch down this food and just get straight down to the garage, and then I can sort of come on here at 6 o'clock tonight and be like, right, like I'm happy that I like actually made a decent amount of progress today. Well, otherwise it's eating me up, chat. But yeah, we're going to be starting the push-up lives very soon. I was going to do one this morning, but we'll see how we get on. We've got to start doing the push-up training for all the push-ups we've got to do in September. 739 push-ups every day in September. That's what we're doing. And I haven't done more than about 100 push-ups a day for the last month. Maybe 6 weeks, actually. So we got to get back to it. Like, I've been carrying a lot of stuff around the garage. My arms certainly, you know, I'm still giving them a good work in the garage, but this is going to be a challenge for sure. Plastic and paper for now. Yeah, it is basic stuff, caveman, but like for me with like ADHD and stuff, autism, bro, it can be really difficult, right? It's you get stuck in task paralysis, and it's literally like no matter how much you want to do the thing, no matter how much it makes sense to do the thing and whatever, you literally cannot make there's a disconnection in the brain, and that's what makes it so frustrating and difficult with mental health conditions. It is really a very hard barrier there, I will say. But I'm going to wrap it up, guys, and I'm going to have something to eat, and I'll be back later on, if that's cool with everybody, alright? Alright, I'm going to come back on later on, but I need to have something to eat, because I haven't eaten since about 10 AM yesterday. So I probably need to eat something. Might be a good idea, alright? So, biggest shout out, as always, moderators. Thank you for dealing with the bullcrap you have to deal with. Second biggest shout out goes to all the members and people gifting memberships and super chatters. Thank you very much to everyone. Much appreciated. Do consider a membership if you have not. If you would like to support the channel. If you would like to support the channel in any other way, please do go and like my shorts, right? I'm getting like, you know, my last short got 15 likes off 2,000 subscribers, you know, announcing a push-up challenge. So If you want to support the channel and help it grow, please do go through my shorts, watch them once, you know, throw a like on them. Save the ones that, you know, you like to a playlist, all that kind of thing, right? It really helps out the channel. That's the best thing you can do. All right. And I'll be back at some point. I might be back on in an hour. I might be back on in 3 or 4 hours just for a chat stream. But we might be back on in 30 minutes in the garage. I don't know. We'll see how we go. All right. Thank you all for joining me. The show's nothing without all of you. So here we are. Here we've been. Try get a little bit extra done, guys. Be kind to yourselves. If you're struggling to do things, just try the 3, 2, 1, go method, right? If you're struggling to initiate tasks today, just all right, in 3 seconds I'm getting up, and I'll just do it. 3, 2, 1, go, and just get up, and then that's the movement that'll just push you forward, right? Try put 10 minutes at something. Cool. You ain't supporting shite? Well, you can fuck off then, can't you, dickhead? All right, see ya. Peace out, everybody, apart from you.